As for some of the background information on myself here, I was in the Army for 10 years. I was in a now defunct company that has been shut down, unfortunately, and reintegrated in another unit. Bravo Company 1-3 BSTB, and this was down in Georgia. And my time in the Army was from 2005 to 2015. I got out of active in 2011 and tried to pursue going to college, which ultimately ended up failing. Partially, well, for several reasons. One of them is because I made some very foolish decisions and pursuing a relationship that ended up destroying me financially. I went bankrupt for a few years, which I ended up pulling out of college just so I could try to stay afloat and not get in debt. So, as far as that goes, I got into quite a few things back a few years ago, and I mean like 10 years ago, not just like 2 or 3. And I was able to start up a life online. I joined some other various communities, some of which, I'm not going to go into all of them, but two of which are the furry community as well as the BDSM community. 2 different communities with only just a couple of overlaps between the 2. And yet, ironically, both of them actually kind of despise each other. They don't like each other. They don't really communicate. It's mostly the suits and the outfits that have the overlapping parts between the 2 communities. So, yeah. Dabbled a little bit into for the past a decade ago, and let's just say a year and a half ago, I got back into it after doing a job at a art museum. It was quite an experience and an eye-opener, and it felt like I was bringing some balance back to my life, because I had some deep-seated issues that were not being addressed or answered or fixed. And part of it is simply because I was in the wrong environment, the wrong people, the wrong environment, and unfortunately, not having people in your life who you can relate to is also a big reason why I was kind of stuck where I was at in life, just struggling. So with that played a big part in a lot of things. Me desiring to see if I can talk to others and pass on some of what I've found out and what I've realized and what I've been able to understand has been more and more important in the past 2 years. Simply just seeing people struggle and suffer when I've honestly just gone past some of these issues has kind of hit me pretty hard. I don't need to do this, but I do want to do this, and the biggest reason for that is mentorship. The amount of fathers and teachers and other people who are out there who you can actually talk to and get help has decreased, I want to say by half of what there was 20 years ago, but I could be off. There's definitely some numbers out there about the lack of help that there is available, mostly for men. There's more help for women, but there's less for men, unfortunately. That's just a sad reality here. And some of the things that I've seen in these communities have honestly shocked me and have been very. It's just made me a bit more depressed, because people are misattaching and they are trying to fill up some of these holes and problems with their life in the wrong way. So, yeah, that's a little bit about me and why I'm doing all of this. The other video was about the point of the channel, so hopefully I was able to be a little bit more informative about who I am for this video.